And at this point, I know I'm going under the speed limit, but I'm trying to stick with traffic. And looks like traffic is coming to a stop. That's interesting. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm back here in the Realistic Economy series in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. On Monday, we did leave Louisiana for the first time. It was kind of a rough trip, but we made it all the way to Pine Bluff, and I just picked up these two generators, which looked suspiciously like the two generators I brought up here from Louisiana, but these are going to McAllister, Oklahoma. That's right, we're going to Oklahoma. So let's get started. And, there's that gray stretch of road down here that I just couldn't let stay gray, so I'm crossing the track here and hoping to figure out, I guess right here. Those hoppers aren't going anywhere. And I can't see a thing because of my mirror. I may be pulled out in front of somebody, I don't know. Yep, did. Alright, well, let's try that again. These are some pretty heavy generators, if you ask me. Which I don't guess you did, because I'm nowhere near you. So, the acceleration is terrible. Probably it doesn't help that I do have the smallest engine Mac makes installed in this truck. Oh well. And I'm just now remembering how bad the brakes are when you're hauling 40 tons of... No, it's not 40 tons. It's 40,000 pounds. That's 20 tons. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to be able to stop easily on this trip. So tried to remind me to start braking early. But yeah, that's right, you can't because you're not anywhere near me. And it would be weird if you were. Never mind. This isn't a World of Trucks job, so I'm not limited to 65. It's over 300 miles to McAllister. It's saying that it's going to take right around 6 hours. And it's paying, I think, $1,300. So, this should be another one job trip, one job day. Of course, there's always the possibility of, not being able to stop in time and running into the back of a vehicle, getting caught violating some traffic rule and getting a fine. just filled up, so that shouldn't be an issue. And to help with the braking, I'm actually going to turn the engine brake on because, well, that helps a little. And that was a roundabout. We don't really have roundabouts roundabout where I live. I think I've made that clear over the last few months. I know that they're apparently popular, but not where I live. I also know that they're supposed to be more efficient than red lights or four-way stops. But, just don't have them here. I have my foot pressed all the way down on the pedal and, well, slowly speeding up now. Oh, and I can't engage the cruise control here because the engine brake's on. There we go. And why are we slowing down? Are we coming to a dropped speed limit? No, there's a light up here. So engine brake back on. Because I've got to start braking way back here. You know, an interesting thing popped up on YouTube over the last week, 2 weeks, something like that. I've mentioned it before, and if you check my videos, I think my first video, one of my first videos, was actually a semi-trans video where I had made a mod for Simutrans, which, if you don't know what that means, it's simulation of transportation. It was created as freeware by a German man, and he turned it over to the community as open source. And way back in the early 2000s, I was part of the team that worked on something called Pack 128, which was the, at the time, was supposed to be the new and best looking graphics option for the game. And if you ever play the game, you might see some of the mini buildings that I painted. And this guy I was talking about in this video, he normally plays Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, or OTTD, which I remember back then was controversial because it basically was breaking international copyright laws just by existing. Now the OTTD, and this is why it's in the news lately, is the OTTD team has joined with the new owners of actual OTTD, Open Tycoon Deluxe. And if you look for it on Steam now, where OTTD had been on Steam free, now it is available on Steam as a mod for actual OTTD, although it's still available completely free and by itself from the OTTD website, just as it has been for at least the 20-something years that I can remember. But anyway, so this guy normally plays OTTD, it seems, and he wanted to review Semitrans for the first time in 2026. It's almost a 30-year-old freeware game, but, you know, okay. And, of course, looking at it, it appears that he was actually using PAC 128. So there on my screen are all of those buildings that I painted for PAC 128 way back over 20 years ago. And he didn't seem to enjoy the level of detail on those buildings. And I wanted to scream, I made those in Microsoft Paint by hand, pixel by pixel. Now, to be fair, I did get some textures. A couple of people made textures. I made textures. So, wasn't completely my work. Nope. Just discovered Little Rock. Trying to get back up to speed, but having a little trouble here. So anyway, but the buildings themselves, I did not all of the buildings. That was part of the criticism, was that there wasn't a unified theme of the buildings. That's because there were several of us making those buildings, and most of them were in Europe. So, of course, their buildings had more of a European look. Some of them German, some of them Czech, maybe some other countries from Europe. And, of course, mine were American. But overall, I kind of agreed with a lot of what he said. Turn off the engine brake so I can set the cruise control to 65 here. But yeah, overall I agreed with a lot of what he said. Glad that truck was holding back. I think he knew that I needed to get in here. Yeah. Didn't miss that exit, so that's good. But anyway, yeah, the graphics on Semitrans have not, they haven't changed in the 20 years since the last time I really played the game. For PAC 128. There are several other graphics packages now that I think several of them that look better than PAC 128. And as far as the gameplay goes, because of the way the PAC system was made, that's PAK. I don't remember what that stands for, but it was the file extension for the graphics was .pak, and it conveniently sounds like the word P-A-C-K, pack. But each one of the pack sets has its own economic system. And one of the reasons why I quit playing was because the economic system used for Pac 128 was so terrible. Like, I prefer the graphics, obviously, because I was so involved in making them. But on the other hand, Pac 64, which is half of 128, by the way, the original Pac set, I think, had the better economic balance. So I kind of lost interest, though. It got to the point where I couldn't make any money in the game, so I just quit playing it. It didn't help when they did a rebalance of the economic system, and I didn't like that. But at the same time, it also brought in airplanes and some new new features to the game that I did like, so I kept trying to play it, but just never could enjoy it like I had before that. But I just thought it was funny that video came up in my suggestions list on YouTube, and there I was seeing something's going on up here. There I was seeing a game that I helped develop. Did I change into the wrong lane? I probably should let this Porsche in. Or maybe not. I guess not. I tried. Just a friendly reminder that in the good old United States of America, zipper merges do not exist. That is an invention of, I don't know, maybe it exists in other countries. Maybe it exists in a few states here in the U.S. I don't know. But I've checked. As far as I can tell, zipper merge is totally a creation of the internet, and most drivers have never heard of it. If you know that a lane is closing 10 miles up the road, you better be in the other lane before you get to it. That's just how it's supposed to work here. But yeah, anyway, back to, please pull in. So, okay, that's up here, and if you look at the Easy Pass, you'll see that there is a red light on there saying that I do need to stop up here, so in I go. So yeah, semi-trans. Something I hadn't seen in over 20 years, and there I am seeing stuff that I did being judged by someone I had never heard of. And it wasn't very good. And I can't say that I disagree with anything he said. So, there's that. Alright, well, in the, what is this, 22nd day of this series, and I'm calling them days. I know I should call them episodes, but I'm calling them days. It has taken 22 days in this game to finally find a scale that they had to have me pull into. That is my first time through a way station in the Realistic Economy series. And I didn't even pay attention. Were they happy with me? Because my truck should be fully repaired. I'll check the footage and comment in text on the screen right now. Okay, thank you, Future Patrick, for that commentary in text form. Looking up at the top info bar, I'm seeing we're now down to 118 miles. There's a truck pulling a Greenler tractor over there. Oh no, not another one. Oh, I can bypass this one. Notice on the Easy Pass there by my cap that the light is green. It means I don't have to stop at this one. And once I go over or under those scanners, the green light disappeared, and I'm free to continue. Let's see, I'm going straight, staying on here. And that was my loan. It's already 12:30. My loan just came out. And that looks like slow traffic in the left lane. Hoping they stay in the left lane. If they don't, I'll get in the left lane to go around them. They did not stay in the left lane. That's something else that I've seen on the internet is people saying what they call undertaking, which is basically passing in the right lane of traffic. It just got over in the left lane, and there's traffic merging up here. Well, you know what I've got to do. Hey, that worked. So anyway, yeah, there's an argument always on the internet that passing slower traffic that's in the left lane when you are in the right lane, which in other countries they call undertaking, apparently, is illegal. And that is incorrect. They call it passing on the right, which is also incorrect. If a slower vehicle is in the left lane and you are going the speed limit and they are not, in most states in the United States, as long as it is safe to do so, you can safely pass them. And it's like we got cloverleaf up here, so go ahead and start slowing down. Engine brake is on. That yellow sign says it's safe to go 25 around the circle. I'm going to go a little slower than that. Engine brake back off because I will need to turn that off. And preparing to merge back into traffic right here. somebody... Oh, there's somebody way back there. But, that worked. And, I will just say this, that, none of my, driving lessons should be taken as actual driving lessons. I'm not a professional driving instructor. Just someone who has been driving in the United States for a very long time. Very, very long time. Don't want to think about how long that was. It's interesting that there are sailboats out there on that water. I'm not sure if that is a realistic thing. I guess it could be. Set the cruise control to 72 through here. It's speed limit 70. Actually, it's slowing down. So I might as well just slow down with it. And now it's slowing down a lot. All the way to 50. What's going on here? We got us a cowboy. Several cowboys. Oh, we're in McAllister. But there were several cowboys leading a small herd of cattle, so I guess that's a good reason to drop the speed limit through here. Now, looks like I'm supposed to stay up here. It's kind of difficult to tell. The GPS, one thing that I wish they would change as far as the GPS goes is making the red line thinner than the actual road line. So it's a little easier to tell when you're supposed to get into a lane, a particular lane. I mean, even if you go to the lowest zoom setting on the GPS, still kind of difficult to tell. And at this point, I know I'm going under the speed limit, but I'm trying to stick with traffic. And looks like traffic is coming to a stop. That's interesting. It probably has more to do with this turn right here than actual speed limit changes. Is that the end of a runway? It looks like that's, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Over there to the right is a miniature golf, and over to the left is some heavy explosives. And also to the left is the destination that I have finally reached. And they have a gate with one of those ugly yellow lights that I dislike so much. So it opened up, so let's see where to park. Okay, they want me inside the building, which is obviously something I can do. I've done it several times back in Louisiana. And thinking I should be able to do it here. I'm gonna try putting the trailer. Okay. I want to try backing the trailer over to the side to get a little bit better angle. The mouse is moving around, which is making things a little more difficult. Kind of hoping that I have the trailer at enough of an angle that I can scoot on in here. And I think I'm going to have to pull on forward and then straighten it up, but other than that, that actually went pretty well. Also, I took back head control of my camera because the mouse kept moving around. But here we are. Let's see what we get. All right. Well, technically, I probably have enough time for another job. Should I take one? I don't know. Probably not. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.